often said that people are people no matter where they're from or what they look like. It is a powerful lesson that we all need a reminder in from time to time.
And a lesson a 9-year-old from San Francisco learned recently in a unique way. Let's bring in Garvin Thomas with tonight's Bay Area Round. Tell us about it, Garvin.
Let's start with another old saying. Sit in one place long enough and the whole world will pass by. Well, that'll happen very fast if you choose to sit at the Golden Gate Bridge. It is one, but not the only lesson a San Francisco fourth grader recently learned. When the fog lifts and the sun shines, the view from the Marin side of the Golden Gate Bridge is the kind that makes tourists want to leave their hearts in San Francisco.
Thank you.
And while that reference may be lost on 9-year-old Henry Dietrich, there is something he'd like these tourists to leave behind. Their mark on his map.
More pins are better. The better it is. Thank you.
The idea came to Henry after a trip his family took this summer to New York and South Dakota. A lot of people had asked Henry where he was from, and that got him thinking. One night at bedtime, he and his dad Mark got to talking about it.
And we were sitting and we were looking at his wall, which has a giant world map on it. And that's when the idea went up.
I said I want to know where people are from that come here. Wow.
So Henry and Mark took that map and a bunch of pins down to the Golden Gate Bridge and asked one simple question.
Hello, where are you from?
I'm from Cancun.
Followed by another.
Do you want to put a pin in the map?
Henry says the first thing he learned is that people love sticking pins in maps.
I'm from Russia, from Siberia.
Ooh.
The next lesson, of course, was one in geography.
There's Cambodia right there.
Just remember Chalmette, Louisiana.
Montevideo, Uruguay.
Haven't heard of that country before.
Henry ended up with hundreds of pins in dozens of countries.
We got 2 from Russia today.
In the end, though, Henry says he learned something else during his several visits and many hours at the end of the bridge. There was one thing that everyone had in common, no matter what they looked like, no matter where they came from.
They were friendly. Yeah.
And they were all just friendly. And I think that just is going to build inside of him an understanding that, hey, it doesn't matter where you're from. You're just like, you're people too. So.
A lesson learned from Henry's map that should stick with all of us.
That's nice.
Friendly is good. Friendly is good. And one of the great takeaways from this, I think this is something you can do anywhere. I mean, yes, at the Golden Gate Bridge, you're going to get people from all over the world.
And everyone's smiling.
And everyone's smiling. It's a great conversation starter, not just between the people who live here and the tourists, but then the tourists start talking to themselves. And it's one of those things that breaks the ice and brings people together in a wonderful way.
In a friendly way.
In a friendly way.
That's a nice story. Thank you, Garvin. Let's take you outside.